Welcome to the first installment of the Google Classroom video series. This video will mainly focus on the basics of the program and what its capabilities are. The rest of the series will focus on actually giving you more in-depth information on how to use the program for your class. First, we need to go ahead and access the Google Classroom app in MyPortal. Go ahead and go to myportal.lake.k12.fl.us or use any shortcut you may have. Log in with your normal credentials. When you have students join your classroom, they will access your classroom the same way. Once you're logged into MyPortal, search for the Google Classroom app. Go ahead and click on the icon, and it will automatically bring you to your homepage with all of the classes you have either joined or created. If you haven't already, you're going to need to join the Google Classroom Professional Development page by clicking on the little plus sign up here and click Join Class. The class code is URJV1QC, and then you'll just click Join. Your students will join your classes in the same manner. You will also be using the Create Class button right there soon, but first I want to show you everything that Google Classroom can do for you. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Google Classroom Professional Development class that I've created. Just some basic navigation. If you click on the three lines up here, that will allow you to go back to your classes. And it can also allow you to go to your calendar, which will automatically show which assignments you have happening in which time frame. You can also navigate to any of the other classes you may have, which will be useful if you set up separate classes for each period that you have the class. It also has a work section. When you click on that, it will bring up any work that you have assigned to your students, which can be questions or actual assignments. You can filter what classes you are looking at right here. Notice I have Google Classroom or Liberal Arts Math 1, which there isn't actually anything in there. It will also tell you how many students are done and not done. Because right now no students are added, it's going to say 0 all around, but if you had, say, 20 students, it'll say, 5 students haven't done it. If you click on the assignment, you can also grade it out and add however many points you want it out of, say 100 points. I like to do 100 points all the time, but you can use whatever you want. Once you have graded the assignments, you can copy the grades into Google Sheets or download it to Excel with this little settings. And once you have graded an assignment, there's also a return button right here that will allow students to see what they received on the assignment. If we go back, it's going to go to whatever classroom that assignment was in. In this case, it was for the professional development class, but don't worry, you don't actually have to do those assignments. Those are just for an example topic, which I created, and I'll explain later. In the actual classroom, you notice you have 3 tabs at the top. There is Stream, Students, and About. The Stream is kind of like a Facebook feed. It has the most recently posted announcements, assignments, or whatever happened to be made for the class. With each post, if you click the 3 little dots, there's going to be a Move to the Top button, but you cannot freely drag and drop posts wherever you want them. You can also edit them, delete them, or copy a link if there is one. On the left-hand side, you'll see this Due Today, which can help your students stay on top of their work. You'll also see that there's topics here, which is a way you can organize your assignments into one area. For example, I made an example topic for Algebra 1, Module 5. You can also hover over the plus sign in your classroom to create an announcement, create an assignment, create a question, or reuse a post if needed. Within the streams, you and your students can also comment on whatever you have there. Obviously, it's recommended that you and your students stay professional and use complete sentences and all of that. In the Students tab, you can see what your class code is. You can edit what students are there. You can edit what they're allowed to do. Students can post and comment. Students can only comment, or only teachers can post and comment. Obviously, I would recommend that students can post and comment. Maybe they have a question or something for you or other students, but that's up to you. You can invite students based on their email, but you can only look up students from first name, last name. So Ratliff, I'm going to pick you out. And if I start typing Kathy Ratliff, you notice she's right there. If I were to just type Ratliff, oh, it still comes up. Look at that. That doesn't work for the student names. It is important to note that I cannot add my own personal email and add it to the class because if I try and invite it, it says can't invite students from this domain. So your students do have to use the email address given to them by the district. If you encounter any issues with students that maybe don't have email through the district, make sure you reach out to one of the media specialists, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you or point you in the right direction. In the About tab, you'll notice that you can change the title of your class. You can add a class description, where it meets if you want. You can also go to your Google Classroom Drive, which will have all the assignments you've used in the classroom, and also see the calendar for the classroom if you want. You can also invite teachers. Maybe you collaborate together and you want to give someone access to your classroom. That's totally up to you. And then if you want, you can also add class materials at the bottom. Maybe it's YouTube videos, textbooks, website like Math Nation, whatever it may be. This will be a great way to have your students be able to access something regularly, preferably something that they would use all the time. If you want, you can also customize this stuff at the top and make it look prettier. Maybe you don't like my colored pencils, whatever the case may be. There's pictures, there's patterns, and you can also upload your own pictures. So you do get to customize this a little bit, and you can make it different for every class. If you have any questions about the basics, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. More videos will be posted soon about how to use specific things within the Google Classroom.